next to go? Yeah, who's next to go? I check the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee Live, Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube.
Keep on your bed. What? What is going on? The apple's outside. Oh my god.
The size of this.
That's my vape. Oh, honey, come here.
He's like, thank you.
It's smoking my vape. No. Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah,
you have a monkey.
he go. I love that video. Holy shit. The one girl completely not phased whatsoever, laying in bed, and I don't even know if she opened her eyes. It's too hard for me to tell on my little screen, and then the other girl just like, the monkey leaped right at her, and she didn't even like scream or anything. If that was Sarge in that room and a monkey came in, we'd be going to Sarge's funeral because she would have had a heart attack right on the spot. Neither of those girls were faced by this massive monkey, and that thing was huge. You see the size of its tail and its arms and stuff? Gangly little bugger he was. Holy shit. And then he just takes her vape, has a puff of it, laying in her bed, and is like, see ya, honey. Oh, what a hell of a way to start the show. It's Bondzee Live at Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Episode 283. Holy, we're getting there. We're getting there to 300. Holy. Please make sure you go subscribe on all the social medias, especially and including YouTube. And you should be watching the show there by now. I mean, if you're a fan of the show, or even if you're a casual fan, I think it's only fair that you go and watch the show on YouTube, no? Stop yelling at me, Bondzee. You're not even my real dad. Well, fuck you. I'll yell at you at you if I want. So there. Keith Keller, my guy. Thank you so much for tuning in on the YouTube as well. That's the guy. That's my guy right there. Keith Keller. What a champion. Sharon Keller is also tuned in. Another beauty. Absolutely love these two from BC. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really got a special show for you tonight. Oops, I just hit a button. There we go. I've got oh boy, where to start? Off the rocker already. What do you? I'm not off the rocker. I think I feel chill. I started on the microdosing of the mushrooms. I'm back. Oh my god, same everything. 125 milligrams. The focus and energy one. We're on day 4, and it takes. I found before. It's just starting to get there right now. So I mean, within the next couple of days, I'll be way more tranquilo. I'll be way more focused. And it works. It works for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but microdosing with psilocybin, magic mushrooms, has proven to have massive benefits with me. And we're going to get into more of that in a little bit because, like I mentioned, I got a lot coming up tonight. I'm going to plug the Feral Minks. Please go vote for them. The link, there's no excuses. It's right there on the bottom. Just click it in on either your phone or another computer, whatever's beside you. Boom, boom, boom. Big tick, www.bigticketsmalltown.com. Vote for Feral Minks. All you got to do is put in your email who you're voting for. Boom, done. That's it. We got to get the Feral Minks opening for the Glorious Sons this coming summer. All right. So, and I'm going to that show. It's up in Tweed, and it's a big one. And we need my boys, the Feral Minks. Excuse me. To be the opener for that. And there's no offense to the other bands. There's a lot of great bands in there. And I know some friends are up in the Tweed area, and they've got like 3 different bands that they all know people in, and it's going to be tough for them to vote. But listen, Feral Minks is the best band on there, hands down. Let's make sure we do our due diligence and vote for them. Please and thank you. Tim McConaughey. I never know how to say your goddamn last name, but thank you for tuning in. I'm not sure if you're in Florida or you're back up in Aurelia. Mike Rickards, always watching. Thank you so much. Jack, my guy, watching from BC. Ashley, Mafia. Ashley, my I don't know, what is your title, Mafia? Personal assistant? Is that what we gave you? I can't remember at this point. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. So we got the Feral Minks. Make sure you go do that. I got that out of the way. We're going to talk Paul Langlois Band tomorrow night. Guess what? 4-year anniversary of this stupid show coming up this Friday. I'm going to that's sort of part of one of the big announcements, okay? So I've teased you with it, but there's more to come with that, okay? We're also going to talk, of course, the bridge collapse in Baltimore. Super sad news. Waking up to that video this morning was like, whoa, no matter what happens to me today. And I did have a bad day. I'm not even going to lie. It started out great. ended bad. Shouldn't say that. It just I had it, and I'll get into it, okay? But it doesn't matter because I wasn't on that bridge last night. I wasn't on that boat last night. I wasn't in Baltimore last night. And what happened there is super tragic, and that's hard on the whole city. I don't care whether you're personally involved or not. That's a huge thing to lose a huge historic bridge like that. Anyways, we're also gonna get to squatters suck. I've really had it with these son of a bitches, haven't you? Like, I don't know. I got really lucky. I almost got nailed with having a squatter. She still did sort of squat for a little while, and it cost me $8,000, but I won't go there. That's not what this whole thing was about. I'm going to talk. I did a commercial yesterday. It was so much fun. Did it for the Raptors, OLG. Can't say anything else other than that. But I will tell you a couple of behind the scenes things that happens. Hottest girl ever. Though she was like maybe neck and neck with the girl on the plane on the way home that I didn't get the number. But this girl, captivating. Fucking hell. We'll talk about her coming up. Dummies of the week. I almost gave away the second thing, and I can't give away the second thing. That's coming up about 10 or 15 minutes. And I was casting another TV show different from the other ones that I did, and I'm really excited, and I think I can name it, and that's coming up in a bit too when I get to that. Oh, and my bus is for sale. So we got so much to talk about and get to. I'm really excited. Guest next week. Don't forget Royal Tusk, amazing band out of Edmonton, Alberta. These guys are great, and the lead singer's got some crazy stories to talk to you about. COVID vaccine, the whole 9 yards and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to chatting with those boys. And their music's kick-ass too. I've been listening to them in the gym lately in my ears. And along with Brother LC as always, man, I am so addicted to those guys. Feral Minx. What's the other one? JJ Wild. Oh my God. She just put out like 2, 3 back-to-back bangers, one after the other. The latest one, I can't stop listening to it. I can't. Really, really catchy, great tune. And I can't wait to have her on the show. She's something else. Super talented, small town girl from Kitchener, Waterloo, eh? And man, she's gonna be a huge star. I mean, mark my words, you heard it here first. Okay, what else? Oh, sponsored. Let me get this out of the way real quick. Bond, slow down. Let the psilocybin kick in. We told ourselves slower pace tonight, buddy. I'm excited, okay? I was going to do a whole skit. I don't have time, okay? I got to keep to a tight schedule here tonight. Ginger lemon tea is my favorite in the whole entire world. Did I mention that? The Coop. This show is brought to you by The Coop. Really thankful for their sponsorship. My brother is one of the owners, silent partner, co-owner. And listen, this place is the tits. Really happy for him. He loves it. His kids love it there. They got the chicken wings and the chicken burgers to die for. And the proof's in the pudding. That picture does that food justice. It really does. But what doesn't, there's not pictured, is their burgers, beef burgers. That's the Coop. Who would have figured? Best beef burger I've had at a restaurant in a long time. Just do yourself a favor, go there. Maybe you got a lady. Maybe you got a new lady. You want to take her at the boozy brunch, maybe a lazy Sunday, right? And then take her home, watch some sports or a movie, and maybe get some, right? Do it. Simple. The Coop, water down. Go there. Make sure you take your lady and have a good time, all right? And tell them old Bonzarelli sent you. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into this show because we got so much to get to. I'm doing the show tonight on a Tuesday. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I haven't checked the comments. I don't think, Facebook, all the comments are working. Ashley says, I'm not sure where we fell with that. Yeah, well, listen, you did a great job. Thank you very much for writing my bio. Mafia Ashley tuning in here. She is sort of working for me. I don't know. I'm really good at hiring people and not paying them. Right, Ash? I just asked every producer that worked on this show over the last 4 years. Never got paid a cent, but they were really great, all of them. And I really am appreciative of them all. All right. Yeah, so I'm going tomorrow night to Peterborough. Great town. Love. I've seen some great shows there. And tomorrow will be another one. Paul Langlois and his new band with starring Greg Ball. I love that guy. He's been on the show, I think, 2 or 3 times. Funny dude. Anyway, dream come true. He's finally in a real band with Paul Langlois, and I can't wait to see those guys. Skydiggers are playing too. Awesome band. I've been listening to them since high school. Never saw them for some crazy reason, but always still they're in my on my iTunes playlist. Love the Sky Digger. So get to kill two birds with one stone tomorrow. First time seeing Paul Langlois band. First time seeing the Killers. I wish it was the Killers. Never saw them either. But the Paul Langlois band and the Sky Diggers, not the Killers. There we go. All right. And I get to go with two beautiful ladies. Yep, that's right, boys. I got 2 dates, and they're both gorgeous. I can't wait to go have some fun tonight. We're going out for dinner first, and then we're gonna go have a good time at the show. And what happens after that? None of your business. No, I'm just kidding. They're 2 wonderful friends of mine, Aaron and Jess. Love them to pieces, and they are my dates for tomorrow night. But there's none of that hanky panky stuff because, listen, I think one of them's got a boyfriend, and the other one I don't even know. Keep shoveling, buds. Speaking of shows, I mentioned the Pharaoh Mix and their the ticker on the bottom. It's got the site. You can go vote, please. I'm going to see the boys next weekend. You should too. They're playing in Toronto at the Dakota Tavern, and then Saturday night in Bracebridge. Forget the name of the fucking venue. Sorry. But anyways, I'll have it for you coming up soon. But yeah, so they're playing Saturday in Bracebridge. They're opening up for dude's great band, which is the lead singer. Let me get this right. The lead singer is the wife of Jay Emons, who is the guitarist for the Glory Sons. Follow? Good. If you didn't, that's your problem. Play it back later. Yeah, I can't. Porter Lakehouse is the name of their band, and or Lakehouse Porter, one of those two. That's a dyslexic in me. I'm sorry, I can't help it. So it's one of those two. It's either Lakehouse Porter or Porterhouse Laker or something. Anyways, Pharaoh Mix are going to be playing too Saturday night. I love these guys to pieces. Really looking forward to hanging out with them for those 2 shows. And you guys should get tickets. Go hit them up on their Instagram and all their social medias and grab some tickets, and we'll see you there. Okay, perfect. Tons of concerts coming up, like so many good ones. Going to Pharaoh Mix, and then there's like, man, there's too many to list off. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to for real fire up that OnlyFans account. You imagine old Bondzee just laid back. I got a mask on. I'm trying to think of what mask I should have go with, like the Mexican fighting mask right out of like what's that movie, Nacho Libre, or something more mysterious. We'll talk about that on another show, but I got to do something because listen, my concert habit is bloody expensive, and they're not all free. Okay, lest anybody think they are. Some are, some not so much. What else? Oh, the commercial yesterday. I mentioned off the top of the show. I did a commercial. It was really cool. This is my biggest commercial to date for MLSE, Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. It was for the Toronto Raptors and OLG, Ontario Lottery Gaming. I think that's what it stands for, right? I don't know. They just MLS signed the check. That's all I know. We filmed at this wicked hotel yesterday. So they tricked us and told us I was going to be at the Delta, but it never was at the Delta. It was at the King Edward Hotel. I can say that now because we're done filming. So wonderful hotel. Holy swankosaurus. I checked it out. It's actually right now, I think this weekend's only $275 for a night. I mean, it's nothing to scoff at, but fuck, it's pretty steep too. Anyways, I had such a great time. So, man, I can't really say too much because I don't want to get in trouble. Because I had to sign a shit ton of contracts. So without even giving away any settings or anything, let's just say there was another individual beside me where we filmed. There, that's what I can say. There was another fella. There was multiple people, and the guy who was beside me all day literally slept the entire time until the director would go action, and then like out of the blue he'd be like this, and he'd be like, and I can't even give away the actions or anything. Let's just say he went into mode, but on a scale of 1 to 10, he was giving her a 1.5 at best. I'm sitting here giving it my all. The others around are giving us all. You know, it's a commercial. You got to make it look real and like cool. And this is, I honestly wanted to punch him out. And not only was he like lazy and slept, it was annoying and he stunk. That was the worst part of the whole day. He stunk. And I had to be beside him the whole day, unless we were in holding, which we really weren't a whole lot yesterday. Anyways, enough about him because I got to tell you about this wardrobe girl. Now, I've been to quite a few sets now, TV, commercial, movies, all that stuff. I should say TV commercials and movies and all that stuff. All of the makeup girls and the wardrobe girls are very beautiful. I have to say, Congrats to you girls. Right on. But yesterday, I walked in and I have to get wardrobe. And so you can for certain roles you can bring your own clothes, and if they approve, cool. And if not, they'll chuck some clothes on you. But then you may get stuck with some shit. And so it's always nice to bring your own. That's something nice. And I found something nice, and I wore my nice pink shirt, blazer. And this girl, I couldn't even speak. When I saw her, I was just like, that. She's like, sorry, what? And I was like, is this okay to wear for the set? And she's like, oh, yeah, actually. She said, by golly, you look really smart in that pink shirt. That color looks really good. And I was like, I think I came. Bondzee. Dude, I'm telling you, she was 18 out of 10 hot. She had on a ball cap, okay? Follow me here. And you know, like the little ringlets? I'm a sucker for those, okay? So sexy looking. And then she had her all like very curly, and I'm into curly hair, and she had it all like bunched up through the, you know, the whole thingy in the back, all pulled out, spread out, smoke show hot. Then she had on this crop top that came to here and formed her tatas so beautifully. And right here, like down below, it came into like a little triangle. And then the rest, bare midriff, right down to these oversized baggy jeans that were only done up with a shoelace. So like the top would fold down. You know what I'm saying? It was torture. It was torture seeing her all day long. It was also wonderful torture, okay? Don't get me wrong. I can't believe I couldn't stop staring at her. I probably got caught like, I bet you 25 times. But if I got caught, that means she was looking at me too. And I think she was into me. I don't know, because I didn't ask her. No, I didn't get her name. No, I didn't get her number. And what sucks is I'm gonna sell him. I'm not gonna sell him out here. It's brilliant. I was talking to my son on the phone yesterday, and while we were in holding, and I was like, Ty, you're not gonna believe how hot this makeup wardrobe girl is. He's like, well, check her out on his creeper Instagram. I was like, dude, you're brilliant. See what I made? I made brilliance. And I was so proud of it. I'm like, way to go, dude. So I'm like, call sheet. Boom. I can find her name there, and then I can creep her on Instagram. Fail. Her name's not on the call sheet. You will be able to see the commercial very soon. Ed asked right here, when will you be able to see the commercial? As far as I know, because of what was in the script, I believe it's going to be out sooner than we think. I don't know. I honestly, dude, Ed, I can't say too much, but I would guess within the next 2 weeks to a month, somewhere in that time frame. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not even that long. Let's say 1 to 3 weeks. It's got to be a quick turnaround because of what it's for. We'll put it that way. I say anymore, I'm probably never going to get another job again. Honestly, with MLSE, they were so strict. They're like, if you get caught taking any photos on set, you're gone. If you get caught posting on any social medias, you're gone. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it was like a trillion miles long. Sign off. Yeah, not a problem. Anyways, Martina Lake. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just looking back on some of these comments. Martina is wonderful. She's got a great voice, doesn't she, Keith? Anyways, that's who is opening. No, the Pharaoh makes her opening for her and her band. Right on. Okay, what's next? Oh, and then while I was on set yesterday, the greatest news, I got a role in a TV show. And I think I can say this one. I didn't see anywhere in the email that I got yesterday saying I can't. So I'll get it out real quick now. It's called Motorheads for all you car freaks out there. I really know nothing about it. I've never seen it. I'm not into cars. I mean, I love cars, but I'm not into cars like that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and watch. I'll watch F1 race, but I'm not sitting here watching a car show. But I'm going to be in one. So you got to watch the car show. I don't know my role. I don't know anything about it yet, except it's a night shoot. It's next week. And I'm looking forward to it. Listen, it's another thing to add to the resume. Oh, and get this. Speaking of yesterday at the commercial, I forgot to mention this. I saw this girl there, and I was like, soup. Like, I was in my head. I didn't say it to her face yet. I was like, she looks super familiar. And then it dawned on me. I'm like, she was my daughter, my first ever movie daughter. In the movie, the first ever movie that I filmed last summer. I believe it was in end of July, beginning of August, somewhere in there. Anyways, she played my daughter who killed herself. And she was there yesterday at the commercial shoot, and she finally recognized me. And I was like, we didn't have a lot of time to fraternize. And I was like, we shot a movie together last summer. And she's like, I knew you looked familiar and blah, but she's like, what was it? I was like, oh, you know, that one. And I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's both. She said she has seen the footage without the sound. And she said my role, where I have this huge crying scene with my movie wife, she said it looks phenomenal. And I can't wait to see it. I've been waiting so goddamn long. It wasn't supposed to take this long. I guess Buddy got really sick or ill or something and wasn't able to do it. Or anyways, so it should be out soon. I can't wait to share it with you. And I guess she talked to the director recently, and it is coming out soon. So look out for that. Yeah. And anyways, it was cool too. I'm starting to go to different sets and recognize people, whether it's crew, different actors or people I've seen at other things. So it's pretty cool. And listen, these roles keep coming in once, twice a week right now. And then I finally get all this footage to make a real demo reel. I'm really, really excited for that. Okay, what's next? Enough about that. Okay, this Friday, I'm doing a show. This Friday, March 29th, it's the 4-year anniversary of Trippin With Bondzee, Bondzee Live. I cannot believe it's been 4 years. I was minding my own business, living in paradise in Nicaragua. No real intentions of coming back here anytime soon. I was running a bar. Hi, Lisa Holgate. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, and everything was going swimmingly. And then whammo, COVID hit. My parents are freaking out. My dad's like on the phone, your mother won't stop bugging me. You got to get your ass home. I'm like, yeah, it's probably like they scared the shit out of the entire world, right? So anyways, I ended up coming home. I had to live in my parents' basement because my house was rented out to this weirdo squatter almost. She did squat there for a little bit, but again, we won't get into that. So yeah, and then I had to have quarantine for 14 days. I never quarantine. I went from running a bar and working in a bar 14 hours a day and it was busy all day and night. I went from like entertaining central to crickets and nobody. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, did I not handle it well. I was going crazy in that basement. Crazy. I was pounding the wine day and night, smoking copious amounts of marijuana, and just going crazy. And then I finally was like, I need to speak to the outside world. And that I did. With puppets and some other trinkets and stuff. And listen, Friday night, we're going to play. I was going to play it in its entirety. It's 43 minutes, I think, but it's too much. It's just too much. I will pick out the highlights, and there are many, and we'll play it that way. We'll talk about the highlights. We'll share some laughs. We'll talk about the past 4 years. Listen, I've got to interview some amazing, amazing guests, people that I never thought were gettable. I got to have them on this crazy show. And I mean, I got to work for Dean Blundell, who I grew up listening to like for forever, 15 plus years. Was a huge fan of Dean before I became a good friend of his and a coworker. So what started as this stupid drunk ass maniac of a night show in my parents' basement, 4 years later has turned into something pretty special. And I'm really proud of it. And so Friday night, we're going to do a special show. We're going to reminisce. We're going to play some old videos and highlights of the 4 years. Yeah, we're gonna play definitely some of the original show as well. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. And maybe you guys could send me some of your favorite highlights as well, and I could pull out some clips or just some funny messages, and we'll talk about it on Friday night. So that's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday night. Really looking forward to the special show. 4 years. It'll be episode 285. And yeah, who would have thunk it, eh? Listen, I'm really excited for Friday's show. We'll reminisce and we'll have some good times, and we'll go from there. Okay. Whilst I'm on the good news train and the big news and all these surprises, I guess I could talk about this other one now. I got to bring up a picture here because this one is really a special announcement. This one has been in the works for years. I never, ever thought it would even get as far as it has gotten now, ever. Just because, for so many reasons, mainly because of me and my negativity and my inabilities to deal with the issue at hand that we're going to talk about. but it's got this far. It's gotten way further than I could ever imagine, and it's so close to being here and being done that I can taste it, I can feel it. I know in my heart we're gonna get this done. So without any further ado, I'm gonna make a documentary. Trippin With Bondzee. It's called No More Darkness, and I wrote a song called No More Darkness, and I wrote it for a specific reason. I couldn't say anything I think it was 2 weeks ago. I mentioned I wrote this song. I'm going to play it for you on Friday, actually, in its entirety. And it goes along with this documentary. And this is something I'm really, really proud of. So what's happening is I'm starting I have art. It's already finished. It's put together. Kickstarter is an amazing, amazing program, and that's out there, and it's available to humans that are creative, that are talented, that are inspiring, or what, and I have this vision, and I have gone through so much of my life. My life changed in 2009 when I saw that kid get hit and killed by a train, and it in that one course of one fucking night changed years and years and years. And I suffered for years and years and years, and it was a tragic thing, and it really messed me up. And I am finally at a point in my life where I have gotten over it. I've gotten over the demons. I've dealt with it. I'll always be dealing with it, but we've got to a point where, boy, oh boy, I feel so confident and so able to talk about it and be able to share the whole story and what happened in my subsequent abuse of alcohol and drugs and suicidal thoughts. And it's actually being taken to a hospital, something I've never mentioned. It'll all be in the documentary. I'm actually going to be going away to either Mexico or BC to film part of the documentary, where I will be undergoing an ayahuasca ceremony treatment for 7 days. And I'm really excited about this. It's all part of this healing journey, and I want to be able to share my story and help inspire others who have suffered, maybe secretly still, because I suffered in secret for so long, like 6-7 years before I ever even remotely even asked for help. And the first person I asked for help, she told me I was fucking crazy and I should pull my big boy pants up and smarten up. That was my ex-fiance. And so I bottled it back away again, and did more drugs and drank more alcohol and continued to live my life like that day and night, and to cope with the pain that had been festering inside of me since that evil, eventful, crazy night in 2009, when I was actually sleeping. Well, I wasn't sleeping. I was in bed and was on my way to sleep, and I got up and left and went to town to Tabala, and subsequently saw what I saw, and something that changed my life forever. Lost a marriage, lost relationships, friendships. I lost me first and foremost for a long, long time. And I finally feel that Bondzee's back. Greg Bond, in like that, the guy that I knew. There's a whole bunch of them that's back, and I'm really excited. I will be working with the wonderful and talented Rich Meisner, Trusty Truster. This guy, his directorial skills are unbelievable. His filming, videographer skills are amazing. He's done videos for so many great bands in Canada, including Our Lady Peace, I Mother Earth, Econoline Crush, one of my sons, Brad. He made an amazing video. He's done so much great work, and I love his vision. And Richard is a dear friend of mine, and he's been he knows a lot about what's transpired and how I have healed. He's been through a lot of it with me towards the end, which I've been super thankful for Richard and our friendship that has developed over these years. And another person who's been greatly involved in this and getting the writing done and getting everything sort of moving and in motion is my dear friend Jason, manager Jason, which is all you all know him by. And we're going to keep it that way. He loves he's a secret dude, and we're going to keep it that way. But manager Jason has been a huge inspiration to me. He's been my mentor for so long, and man, I probably wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't without Jason. So I love him to pieces. I'm proud to call him a great friend, and he's team manager. He's my manager in Team Bondzee forever. He always has been, and he's been a huge part of this, and he's been there from day one. And he's seen to where I am now. And so we're gonna with the three of us we've really come up with something real nice, and I think you'll really enjoy this documentary that we're gonna do. It's gonna be real educational, and I just want to, if it helps one person out there beyond the people I've already helped. And I got 3 or 4 more phone calls after last week's show, after showing my before and after pictures, and people wanting on board and wanting to know, how'd you quit drinking? How did you do 120 months? Like, how did you? It's hard. Like, and it is hard. It took me a lot of times. It took me like 100 times to quit drinking, and I'm still on it. I haven't touched alcohol. I'm super proud of that, but it wasn't easy. And anybody that's talked to me, the first thing I'll tell them is, listen, you got to be. How did I do it? I put in the hard work. First and foremost, there's no real secret. You have to want it, and you have to do it. You have to want to do it. You have to. It's hard. Some days it's fucking hard. Today was hard for me, Mr. Holly Joe Go Lucky Happy Guy lately, and I really have been. I had a little crash this afternoon. There's a trigger. I'm not gonna tell you what it was. It doesn't matter, but it triggered me fucking huge, and I crashed hard. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, universe, help me, like. I've been helping so many people lately, and I'm so thankful to get to do that and be in that position, that people feel comfortable enough and confident enough to call me and ask for help. It's amazing. I felt today alone, which sucked because I know I'm not alone. But when I get dark like I do, everything goes like dark. I can't think of anybody like Lisa or Sharon or Keith or Mike Horner who's watching. I couldn't think to call any of those people, even if I wanted to, because then the best way I can explain it is I can't think. It's everything just goes dark, and I feel in this alone in this tunnel, and this hasn't happened in a long time, and I'm glad it happened today, because here's why. Magically, my phone rang right when I was asking the universe for help. It was crazy. And manager Jason called out of the blue, which he does from time to time. Well, boy, oh boy, his timing was impeccable today. And he picked up my spirits, and we had the best talk. And I happened to be sitting outside in the gym parking lot, ready to go in, because that's my savior place now. Like, I go in there and I bust out a wicked sweat, and Chuck Darren around, and it helps big time. I hadn't got there yet to release the darkness. And manager Jason pulled me through, and I'm super thankful for that chat. Then I was super thankful to be able to just immediately clear my brain and come back to the light, if you will. I don't know if that's a good analogy or not. And sort of pull through and go, let's go, big guy. You got this. Oh, come on. And I did it. And I put all those negative thoughts away. The trigger gone. And I had a wicked workout. And the more self-love and self-power at the gym is like, Bonds, you can do this. Look what you've done. 4+ months now. Keep going. You got every day you get up and you grind. And manager Jason mentioned this. He's like, dude, what you have done and how you've transformed yourself and you did it cold turkey, quitting how I did and stuff. It's taken a toll on me, and I'm tired, because I'm mentally tired, I think, because I keep grinding, and even every day I keep telling myself, I got to do better than yesterday, because I'm not there yet. And I'm not going to give up, and I'm not going to quit until I'm there. And I know in my heart, and I can feel it, and I've felt this for a long time, and this is the strongest it's ever been. Something amazing is coming, and I can just feel it. It's going to change my life. And I don't know what that is yet. Maybe this is it. Maybe the quitting drinking was the changing of my life, and subsequently whatever happens. But I don't think that's it. I think there's something coming that's big. And listen, patience is not my best friend, but I got it for this. And I'm going to keep grinding, and I'm going to keep working hard every day, and I'm going to fight through the bad days. And I will call Mike next time. I promise, because I'm really good at helping people, and I'm really good at not preaching, but I hate to use that word, but explaining myself to you to help you guys. And for those who need it. And listen, we all are going through our own thing and our own struggles, and we have our dark days. And I'm really looking forward. It's part of this journey, and this whole making this documentary will bring this full circle. It's part of this healing process, I believe. And I'm really, really excited for it. So you're going to be able to, I think it's going to launch on Friday. I have one more tiny thing. I have to make a video. I already did the video. I don't like it. I want it to make I'm a perfectionist, and I think it needs a little more. It just needs a little more polish. So I'm going to film it tomorrow or Thursday, and we're gonna launch Friday. So if you could find it in your heart, all the information will be available on all my social medias. We'll hammer it out there. But if you will find it in your heart to go to Kickstarter and contribute and donate to this wonderful cause. There's so many different levels. I don't know if you're familiar with how Kickstarter works, but so you can donate to the campaign, my project, and there's different levels. And if you're like, say you donate, I think the highest is at 1,500 and above, you get like a laundry list of perks that comes with donating that money to help get this project off the ground and funded and filmed and made, essentially. For something like that, it includes like backstage passes. It includes passes to the premiere of it, which we will have somewhere in Toronto. There's just so many things. I'll explain more about it on Friday when we launch and on the show Friday night. But yeah, just think about it. If you can donate anywhere from $10 up to as much as you want. It's unlimited. The goal is to reach $5,000 to get this project filmed and done and out there into the world. And I'm really excited. And hopefully it gets picked up. We'll be shopping it around for sure. I've got friends in the industry who own a movie company. I have 2 friends who own movie companies. One in California, one here in Toronto. So you never know. This is something I've really wanted to do for a long time, and I think it's going to come together, and it's coming together, and I put a lot of hard work into this, and so we'll see what happens and where it goes. Okay, enough on that. Thank you very much. Boom. What else, Mons? What else? Let's talk about that bridge for a second. It's horrible. I can't even believe. When I woke up this morning and saw the videos, I was just horrified. I was like, sadly, one of the first things I thought was terrorists, right? I think we're almost programmed to think that if something sort of really crazy happens these days of that magnitude, we automatically jump to the worst now since 9/11, right? Thankfully, it wasn't. It wasn't anything like that. Because ain't nobody got time for that. Hopefully, we're done with all that nonsense in this world. But Lisa says, I can't buy your bus, but I can help with Kickstarter. Perfect. Oh, yeah. I got that's one thing we could talk about. Maybe I'll talk about that towards the end or before I play the videos. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Lisa. Yeah. Anyways, Mike says, can't wait to see your bio. Listen, I think you guys are really going to love this. It's not just it's not a bio about Greg Bond. It's a bio about mental health and mental awareness, and it's trauma to triumph is sort of a side working title with No More Darkness. And I feel that's what it's come from. Like, that was super traumatic for me and tragic. And I feel that from 2009 to 2024, which is quite a long time, I've come a long way. And sadly, I've only come that long way in the past few years. And especially in the last 2, and especially in the last 1, especially. And it always seems to just be getting better and better and better. So I'm really excited. I'm on the microdosing now, and that has really helped in the past. And I'm so thankful to be back on it on a proper regimen. The results were amazing before, and then just my other things that I do on my own private time with breathing exercises and what do you call it? The meditating and stuff has been pretty beneficial. Anyways, we'll get more into that. I just wanted to make that clear because I saw Mike's comment that says, I can't wait to see your bio. It's a bio about stuff, not just me. Okay. Perfect. All right. The Francis Scott Key Bridge, Baltimore. Devastating. Man, oh man. I just deleted the video by accident. Fuck, I went to click on it, and I think I can pull it back up here quickly. Let me see. Yes, I can. It's right there. Okay. I'm going to share this with you right now. Sorry about that. I did not mean to hit stop, and this would have rolled a lot smoother. Anyways, you may or may not have seen this actual footage of this video. This is slow motion that sort of shows things leading up to the cargo ship bashing into the post or whatever you want to call it of the bridge that subsequently brought it down like a fucking toothpick house. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, this is sad. If you're triggered, just fair warning. It's this video sucks, but here it is. Oh, I don't even know if it has sound. It does not. So anyways, I'm gonna put it up on the screen here. There we go. So I'm gonna rewind that real quick because I didn't have it up on the screen. Sorry, I'm a little flustered. So you can see the ship coming in here. Lights on, everything's going down. Then all of a sudden, boom, power loss number 1 happens. You know, things are bad when the power goes out. Okay, so these guys must be freaking out. Okay, boom, power's back on. Maybe they do gain control of the system again. I'm not sure though, because we got some wicked thick smoke coming out of the back. Then boom, power loss number 2. So even if they did get power back there, it wasn't enough to slow that boat down before ultimately the power went out again. It was just too late. And boom, there it goes. Power out again, hits that poster, and man, that thing crumpled like instantaneously. It's so sad. I just can't even believe it. Thank God they had the wherewithal and smarts to radio in to the mainland to get the, going under the bridge. It was inevitable. It was going to take it out. So they did radio in to get help to get to not let anybody else on that bridge. Thank God that they did that. It did save a shit ton of lives. Sadly, there was about 20 cars, I believe, trapped on the bridge, along with a few transport trucks. And I guess 6 or 7 workers as well were actually on the bridge at the time underneath working, doing maintenance on the bridge. And I think the last I read, 2 are alive and have been rescued, and the others are unaccounted for, along with, I believe, most or everybody in the vehicles as well. Man, no time to react, really. I mean, the boot that road was gone in 2 seconds. You would have hit that water so hard, the impact would have been crazy. The water, freezing cold at this time of year, sadly. Um, Survival rate next to none, I would believe, especially, at that magnitude of that cold water will send you into hypothermia and shock instantly. And then you got, even if you were able to have the wherewithal to get out of the car, getting out of the car is another issue. Panic sets in, you don't know how to get out, and ultimately, not a good situation whatsoever. I was thinking to myself, to quite honestly, I can't believe that situations like that don't happen a lot more. And you can't really even blame the crew is not to blame in this either. The first thing again this morning when you see it, so many things go through your mind. You're like, "What the fuck was the crew? Like, who was drunk? What the hell were they banging lines off the steering wheel? Like, what the hell happened?" It turns out, I guess, from what I read, this is a special crew that comes in and drives these massive ships out of the port, under the bridge and into the open water. I guess, ultimately, it doesn't matter how great you are and how good you are at your expertise level when you lose control and have no control or power. I mean, you lose power of something of that magnitude and that size when it's already got a bit of steam going. Doom, doom, and we saw doom. 5 years that bridge took to build. Um, um, just tragic all around. Being on that boat, and that crew, knowing that you're about to kill people. My God, it's inevitable. You're radioing in, it's only so much. Yes, you stopped so many cars and other trucks from going on that highway. God bless those guys for that. But they also knew at the same time that they're killing people. And that's just horrific. Those guys have to live with that for the rest of their life. Uh, Nothing I wish I know. So, those counseling for sure. That'd be my best advice. The mayday signal they sent out, it's horrific, just horrific. And then imagine like just being the people on that bridge and seeing it happen in like just it would have felt like a millisecond, and there's nothing you could do. Oh, man, see, the old adage goes, and I'm such a huge believer in this: when your time is up, your time is up. How else do you explain it? I mean, I don't know, man. My sound is going in and out. Is anybody else having that? Not sure if my internet or yours, but you were breaking up I have full bars on both ends, but if a couple of people are saying this, then maybe that's not so great. Watching it back on Facebook, I don't see any glitches, but maybe simultaneously the two of you had issues. I'm not sure. Audio issues. Check. Let me see. I'll mute it. I'm just checking in the system. Everything is copacetic. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me? All right, we'll see what happens. We'll soldier on. Jack says it's clear now. Okay. It was better. It was better now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, anyways, I don't know, man. It's devastating for Baltimore. I don't care if you were directly involved in this or not. I mean, something like that. It's the same with like New York City, how New Yorkers felt so attached to that. I mean, that bridge is part of Baltimore. It's a huge, massive bridge. And, built in 1972, that bridge, 1 year before I was born, as a matter of fact. Anyways, just, I don't even know what else to say about it. It's horrible. Rest in peace to all the people that lost their lives, for sure. Godspeed to Baltimore and the people, the crew on that boat, the crew that was working and are missing. I mean, it's just so tragic, so tragic. All right, moving on. What else? Oh, you know what? I promise I finally made a note in the system there to go through some pictures in here that have been sitting here for a long time, and some funny stuff too that I have to get out of here, including this one. And this is actually true. This isn't fake and made up for somebody to get a giggle on Instagram. This girl's name is actually her real name. Check this out. Imagine growing up with a name like this. Student standing for election sparked giggles because of her unusual name. Her name is Tuna Cunt. Can't even make this up. So this is from Johnny Knoxville, his Instagram account, and he fact checked it. And by golly gee, her name is Tuna Cunt. I don't know where her parents are from, but obviously that word has a way different meaning and turned into a last name than it does here in North America. That would be horrible. Horrible. I grew up with a couple of kids, brother and sister. Their last name was Horny. Probably one of the worst last names you could ever ask for. But I'm pretty sure that old Tuna here takes the cake. But look at her going for president and everything. I hope she won. I don't know if she did, but I had to get that out of there. I got to give it to my boy Jimmy Fallon here. This must have been one of the hardest shows he's ever done in his life. There was actually a whole bunch of funny photos about this, but I ran out of room in the system and I had other photos that I wanted to put up, but by golly gee. And coming from a tip man, I am a tip man. I made no secret of that ever. Those are lovely. And those are ginormously lovely though. Like, sometimes they could get like too big and they're like really gross and stuff. Those aren't gross. Those are very big, but those aren't gross. And poor Jimmy Fallon, like you can almost see the sweat on the side of his coming down his forehead and inside of his brow there, because like, that's not kidder. It would be really, really hard to stay professional there and not be like looking down at those massive tatas. Woo! Those are some sweet jammers. Speaking of sweet jammers, Titty Kitty just joined in. Lucy, how are you? Thanks for tuning in all the way from, I don't know, wherever. You live in like buttfuck nowhere towards Windsor. I can't remember your town name, but TK, welcome and thanks for tuning in. Anyways, yeah, I was just talking about the size of these girls' breasts and how proud I was of Jimmy Fallon for keeping eyes abreast, if you will, but not abreast, if you will. All right, moving on. I forgot to give a huge shout out to everybody that attended Ryan Wilson's funeral, all the amigos. It was a wonderful time. There's everybody in attendance. I believe we got that before everybody left. Anyways, it was a wonderful celebration of life. Rest in peace to Ryan Wilson. And it was really amazing, all the people that were able to make it out. And we let off this was Ryan Wilson's favorite thing to do, was let off those Chinese glow candle thingies. I can't remember the proper name. And lanterns, Chinese lanterns. anyways, it was really cool. We all wrote messages on them and lit them up, and they went up in the sky, and no damage was done. We didn't light anything on fire, I don't think. Anyways, it was a great night, it was really sad as well. Tears were shed, but it was a wonderful ceremony. And Rob Koss, big shout out to him for doing the whole MC thing, if you will, and to everybody that put that together. And thank you to Laura Wilson, Ryan's wife, for coming all the way from Scotland and making all that happen as well. For sure. I just wanted to get that out there as well. What else? I can't remember if I showed this last week, so I'm going to show it again real quick because it's worth showing again. I'm flabbergasted by this picture. I just cannot believe that is Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. You want to, okay, the buddy on the left looks sort of normal, but good God above, Geddy Lee was one ugly son of a bitch, wasn't he? And listen, he didn't grow into a handsomer fella. He certainly didn't grow into that nose by any means. But boy, super talented musician, and I think he's a great singer. A lot of people would disagree with me, but I don't care. I think Geddy Lee had a great voice, and I love the band Rush, and piss on anybody who didn't, okay? That's another one I got out of the system. Okay, what else? What else? Oh, you feel old? 40 years, this movie, the anniversary, just passed Saturday, March 24th, 1984. I watched this movie on, I believe it wasn't Saturday this year. It was, I think it was a Sunday. I watched that Sunday night. Easily the greatest movie ever. I love it. It's almost like two different movies. Like, so the first half is when they're all like sitting down and at the front and this and that. And then the second half is when they all get high and they're up, and then the crying comes and all that, and the makeup and all this and nonsense. Such a great movie. It hits so close to home. That was like high school was that, especially where I went to school, 1,500 kids in our school. So you had the jocks, the dorks, the dweebs, the losers, the criminals. We had it all. Believe me, you. I loved high school. I had such a great time there, and I love that movie to pieces. So many people messaged me and said that they watched that movie too. So good on you if you got to check that movie out. It really is one of, and I, to this day, I'm still using it. I just used it 2 days ago for an audition. I memorized this, the letter that they write, or I guess they don't, Brian does, at the end to Vernon, telling him to basically go screw himself, and that they ain't writing out 1,000 words, because that ain't 1,000 words. But it is a great to read for a monologue in an audition, because everybody knows it and they love it and they can relate to it, and they're like, and it gets our attention. So boom, I use it all the time. There you go. What else do I got to clear out of here? I think, two biggest liars in all of sports right now. You want to see who they are? These two shady characters. Okay, buddy on the left, 100% got caught. Shady action with the gambling and the lying and this and that and stealing money from Shohei Ohtani. But if you think for 1 second, I believe that mofo, Shohei Ohtani on the right, had nothing to do with this and knew nothing about the illegal gambling and $5 million missing from his bank account. Come on, bro. Or $500,000. Give me a break. That dude was illegally gambling as well. His buddy, the translator dude, was the fall guy. Listen, he got paid handsomely. He's not gonna go. Yeah, he lost his job. Boo-hoo. Big deal. He's still gonna be, because he saved Ohtani's. That guy's guilty. I don't care what anybody says. Guilty. He comes out saying, "Oh no, I was wronged," and this, and no, you weren't, bro. You're guilty. You are so lucky that if he wasn't as good as he was, if it was some schlub who comes off the bench or whatever and stuff and is playing in the big leagues, and that guy got caught, adios. You're being made an example of. You will get the book thrown at you. But because it's Mr. Superstar who plays both ways and is like literally the best pitcher in the league, literally the best hitter in the league is a pitcher, which is unheard of. It never happens. Well, he's that guy, and he draws in massive revenue and ratings and stuff, and they ain't sending him anywhere. He ain't suspending him for 2 or 3 years. So he comes out and looks like the poster child. Yeah, a la Pete Rose didn't get that treatment. Hell no. Pete Rose is still fighting to get his sorry ass into the Hall of Fame, which he quite frankly deserves to be in. Because none of the gambling he did had any effect on the games that he played in. I think he's done enough punishment. And that guy Pete Rose should be in. I didn't mean to get off on a Pete Rose tangent, but I 100% think that Shohei is guilty as shit. And he is so lucky he is who he is, and just signed that massive contract, or I think he'd have been screwed. But I really do think he's a lying piece of shit, and he is guilty, just like his buddy was. How do you not miss that kind of money going out of your bank account? I know there's a copious amount of millions of dollars in there, but come on, you got to be better than that. He doesn't strike me as some dummy. Pretty smart, and I think he was in on it. All right, what else? I think I've cleared everything out of the system. Oh, I took this picture yesterday in Toronto. I don't know. I just wanted to show it. It's sort of what it's Toronto to me. You got the streetcars, you got that taxis, you got the mail truck there, you got people walking, you got bikes, you got people crossing the street. I don't know. I took the picture, it made it into the system, so there you go. Oh, one more thing I want to talk about before I show some videos before I get the hell out of here. Breaking news this past week, Adam Sandler confirmed 100% it's happening. Happy Gilmore 2. Summer of 2026. Easy for me to say. Listen, I don't know how I get in that movie, but I need in that movie. I will get in that movie. I'm going to manifest it every single day. I manifest stuff every single day. I believe in this manifesting nonsense. It's going to happen. I'm putting it out there to the world. You heard it here first. March 26th, 2024, Bonzarelli will be in the movie Happy Gilmore 2, somehow starring Adam Sandler. Okay? I'll see what I can do. Listen, if you don't, you got to have dreams and goals. Or else what's the sense of living? Because, listen, you could have been on that bridge and you could have been dead. Here today, gone tomorrow. You never know. You know, I've come so close to death so many times. Too close. A minute. And it scared the hell out of me. It's part of the documentary where, you know, that time I was dealing with my worst part of PTSD and hiding the trauma that I had seen and never, ever dealt with and never got counseling for it. Or if I had counseling, I think I did 1 or 2 sessions, and then the lady was just not jiving with me. I think was what happened the first time. The second was just again a cost thing. There were so many different variables to me getting help. Being macho was one of them. I was my own worst enemy. I was like, oh, I'm fine. As I pounded drugs and copious amounts of alcohol into my system for years and years, day and night, not knowing that I was doing it to run from the demons that were eating me inside. Anyways, it all sort of comes together, and then almost dying really sort of fanned the flames, if you will, and sent me into a greater depression and PTSD, and it scared the shit out of me. And I was like, you think it would have helped change my life back then? It didn't. It made it worse. I drank more. Anyways, I can say I'm finally over it, and all of that's going to be in the documentary that I'm really looking forward to. So, and if you missed it, documentary's coming out. We start filming really soon. Even if it doesn't get picked up on Kickstarter, like if we don't raise enough funds, I think, God willing, we're still going to find a way to make this documentary happen. It has to. I put too much time and effort into it now, and I'm finally at a point mentally where I'm so proud of myself, and I need this to happen. So, and it will happen. I got this. P Rose should be in 100%. Keith, yes. All right, what's next? I think I've covered everything. So let me have a quick peek through here. Oh, there's a beauty of a picture. So again, Friday night, don't forget Bondzee Live, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There is a still photo of the me going live with my cast of characters. I'm going to try and find as many of them as I can at my parents'. Sadly, the dude in the back, who is the #1 guy on the show and my biggest supporter, he got stolen. My parents are huge Halloween fans, and they bring him out every year for Halloween. And he some asshole stole him a couple of years ago. He's been missing now, and he never made it back. I still have Stewie. I know he'll be able to make an appearance. I'm not sure about the mannequin there, the lesbo mannequin. And I'll look for some of the other ones. Anyways, it's going to be a real special show on Friday night. We'll reminisce. There's the time I did New Year's Eve with Lachlan Cross and James P. White at what was that, Cruise FM in Edmonton, Alberta on New Year's Eve. I think that was 2021. What a crazy adventure that was. And then, of course, the highlight of my 4 years of doing this crazy show would be interviewing Paul Langlois of the Tragically Hip, and now of the Paul Langlois Band, who I cannot wait to see tomorrow night. So, yeah, it's going to be a real special show Friday night. I'm looking forward to it. God, 4 years. Who would have thunk it, eh? Yeah, I think that's all I got. Oh, if you, JJ Wild, if you haven't had a chance to go see her new song, this is a photo taken by the one and only front row lady. I love her to pieces. She is an amazing photographer. She took this photo. It is the cover photo for the song, her brand new release that I keep trying to tell you and spit out of my mouth, but for some crazy, insane reason, I forget what it's called every time I want to go and say it. But it's out now. I think it's called Best of Me. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with JJ Wild. I'm going to marry her one day. If I don't marry the wardrobe girl that I fell in love with yesterday first. These girls are so lucky. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, right? I wonder who it's going to be. All right, that's enough nonsense here tonight. I'm going to play a couple of videos before I get out of here because we always have, and I would be crazy not to. 6th Street Devils, thanks for reminding me. I do have that on here. It was on the side screen. That screen went off, and so I have it on the main computer here. But I can't watch that screen at the same time. What a disgusting display from the Toronto Maple Leafs, losing 6-3 to the New Jersey Devils. Pretty pathetic, if you ask me. Listen, we got to get something done here. We're getting down to crunch time. We're gonna make the playoffs. I'd love to sit here and go rah rah, sis boom bobber. We're gonna win the cup, like I have before in the past. But in my sober days now, and not being clouded by all that wine, I think my brain is really starting to clear up. And listen, I'm going to be a realist. I think we're going to lose in the first round, no matter who we play. We don't have a goaltending. And listen, you're not going anywhere in the first round of the playoffs or anywhere in that NHL playoffs without goaltending. Man, sorry, but we ain't got it. We got goal scorers coming out of our ass. We got a couple of good defensemen. We got no goaltending. And we don't have enough good defensemen. So there. And no, the Maple Leafs will not win the cup this year, but nor will your Edmonton Oilers. Now, I hope if the Leafs get put out, that the Oilers do well and maybe win the cup, but I'm not going there yet. I'm not saying it out loud yet, okay, Mr. Stone, for a copious amount of reasons, but you don't need to know. I'll tell you soon. But listen, let's get to a couple of videos and go Leafs go. We'll see what happens. And listen, the games, okay? Because listen, remember 2 years ago, or no, it was in when would I travel to the US? Yeah, 2021. Which 3 years ago now, I guess, if you're going by the calendar year. But 2 playoff seasons ago, Montreal Canadiens beat Leafs in the first round, who had no right beating the Leafs, and subsequently went on to lose in 4 straight, I believe, in the Stanley Cup final. But still, they got there, and they had no right being there. Team was horrendous. They were in 8th place, squeaked in by their chinny chin chin, and then went to the Stanley Cup final. So there is a hope for the Toronto Maple Leafs, even though we don't have goaltending, because it's the playoffs and anything can happen in the playoffs. We'll go with that. But I'm not very optimistic. Put it that way. Okay. All right. Videos. We'll get to these one day. This is absolutely disgusting. This isn't a video per se, but it is pictures that are disgusting. New chip flavors. Lay's coming out with them. Which one's your favorite? Cigarette butts? How about this one? Skid mark flavor. Just looking at that picture alone makes me want to vomit, like severely. Acid reflux flavored chips. Delicious. How about Discord mod flavored chips? I'm not even, I have nothing to say. Week old lasagna. I bet that wouldn't be too bad. Out of all the flavors so far, Grander's toenails. No, just no. And oh no, I'm gonna throw up. Sorry. If I made you throw up tonight watching it, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna move on. This looks fantastic. The pizza, this guy's skills, absolutely amazing. I'm not sure how the hell he does it, but
hey yo, Scott, flip it 3 times, then flip it into the oven.
This was a joke at first when I say flip it 3 times,
yes, sir.
Flip it into the oven. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's pretty impressive. No topping fell off. And now he's gonna throw it across. What's next? That is absolutely.
Hey, yo, Scott.
No pizza.
Flip it 3 times,
in
then
that
flip
video.
it into the
And
oven.
how none of it fell on the floor. I mean, let's go.
Sir.
1, 2, 3. Well, that's pretty damn impressive. And then, just to show off here. So, I mean, how many pizzas do you have to ruin before you figure out you can flip and cook 2 times into that oven? Which
Hey, yo, Scott.
doesn't have you just
flip it 3 times, then.
No. Impressive, dude. This is pretty much the video speaks for itself. The caption there, cruel or funny as hell. I'm going with this is super, super cruel. And if anybody ever did this to me, I'd kill him. Watch this.
Ah! Oh my God! Ah!
If you're a guy, it's not a sleep. It's a truck being killed by a truck. But she doesn't know that when she opens her eyes. Buddy's screaming, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Holy shit. I don't know how this sounds.
Oh my God.
It's just not playing on my earphone.
Oh my
horrifying. One more. This is really funny. And listen, maybe I'm going to hell for playing this video, but
gotta keep on moving. Watch me go. Pedal to the metal. We're in a race.
by the looks of it, he tried to take goddamn shopping cart down. Watch this.
Turning fast. Gotta keep on moving. Watch me go. Pedal to the metal. We're in a
I thought maybe this would go through it first off. Maybe we'll write it down and be like, I
gotta keep on moving. Watch me go.
She must have broke every single bone. Absolutely every bone. Poor lady. But that's what you get when you're not paying attention. I don't even know what the hell this is. I had to watch it, so now you do. Watch.
It's that Ninja Turtle, yo.
Can't even hear it.
I'm half Barney, half Ninja Turtle. I karate you, you karate me. Hi-ya!
Wait.
It's that Ninja Turtle,
Thought he
yo.
was Barney.
I'm half Barney, half Ninja Turtle. I karate you, you karate me. Hi-ya!
One more before I get the hell out of here. This is funny. Doesn't really need sound because could you imagine? I'll preface this by start this up. You're walking down any street, alley, I don't care where it is. If this happens, you're gonna do the same thing. Watch. I can't believe the rubber legs on these people after they see what they see. Ready? Watch this. Oh my God, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm tired. I got a busy day ahead of me. I got to work, and then I got to drive my ass to Peterborough to go see my boy Paul Langlois. Can't wait to talk to him tomorrow night. Can't wait to see his show and the Sky Diggers too. If you want to make a road trip, I think there might be some tickets left. Maybe I'll see you there. Maybe I won't. Can't wait to see Jess and my friend Aaron. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Sorry if you made a comment and I missed it. So hard to keep up when I'm alone and doing this alone. Sans a producer. If you're looking for a job that pays $0.0 and you want to work for an hour every Wednesday night, Tuesday sometimes, or on Friday sometimes as well, hit me up. Ring a ding ding. All right, Melissa, thanks so much for tuning in. Tim, the Kellers, love you guys to pieces. Thank you for tuning in all the way from the West Coast. I almost said the East Coast. Lisa Holgate, as always, you're the best. Thank you for tuning in from Belleville. I think I got it right this time, right? I know you're not in Kingston anymore, though. I got that right. Jack, you're the man. Thank you for tuning in. Kitty, you're the best. Thank you for tuning in as well, and everybody else. All right, that's it. That's all. Oh, before we get out of here, one more thing. Shameless plug for old Bonzarelli. I've been getting a couple more messages, people asking because they thought they missed it. You did not miss it. I'm still doing this next Tuesday, as a matter of fact. If you're looking for some extra income, you want to be a voice actor, you can learn how by taking a 1-hour class with yours truly. It is no longer March 5th. That date is wrong. But it is going to be at 7 p.m. Good Lord. Life did not treat our friend Sebastian Bach very well from Skid Row. Sorry, I didn't mean to pop that up. Anyways, yes, voice acting classes. Next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Sign up now. If you've already signed up and messaged me, I will be getting in contact with you. Thank you so much for signing up already. If you're looking to take this class, you think it's going to be interesting, I think it'll be great. I will give you all the ins and outs of how to make a demo tape, how to get it out there, where to apply for work, and all the ins and outs and all the little trinkets and stuff that I've learned over the past 4 years of doing it, and 4,000 YouTube videos later, and 30 audiobooks we're almost up to now. I believe we're up to. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to teaching my first ever class. I've already got it all out and prepared. Sharon says, great show. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I didn't even want to do the show earlier today when I had my little meltdown and went dark. But listen, I'm super proud to be here. I thought it was a fun show. And I really appreciate everybody for tuning in and supporting me as always. Audio class next week, voice acting, $35, 1 hour. You'll learn a lot, believe me, all the ins and outs for sure. And I'm really looking forward to it. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you Friday night. Don't forget, this Friday, you got nothing better to do, 9 o'clock on a Friday night. I know most of you don't now. I don't think there's any good concerts going on. If there is, go to it. If not, come and see me 9 p.m. We're going to reminisce and have a good time about 4 years of doing this stupid show. So Sarge calls it, but she doesn't call it that anymore. It's a good show now, I think. I've worked hard on this damn thing over 4 years and built it up, and I'm super proud of it. And I'm really looking forward to doing 4 more years. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Toodaloo. We'll see you soon Friday, and then we'll see you after that. Bye. Hit the button. There we go. Bye.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
Peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious.
I checked the line. Who's next to go? Yeah, who's next to go? I checked the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee Live. Bondzee on YouTube.